Good afternoon, friends. I'm Matt Williams. I'm the director here at Sky Lake, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this, our Friday edition of our mini hike series. I am here along the path of Sky Lake. You may recognize this fallen tree behind me because right near here is where we found that trailing arbutus a few weeks ago. Very exciting to have found it when we did, because we now can see the leaves, but the flowers are gone. So we had perfect timing then. And let me turn you around so that you can see beautiful Sky Lake in all its glory today. It is gorgeous out here. Even I am wearing a short sleeve t-shirt today. It's nice and warm. That breeze is feeling gentle and just a great day to get outside. So wherever you are, if you can safely get outdoors today, we would encourage you to do that. Get some vitamin D and enjoy this day. I wanted to start here because as I was walking along, I found some really cool evidence of some of the animals that we have here at Sky Lake. And I think if you look right here, right there, you can see a couple branches that have been debarked. So I'll give you a moment to try to guess what did that to those branches. Anyone want to guess as to what might have caused those branches to have all its bark removed? So if you're holding back and thinking, oh, I don't want to guess wrong, it's okay. It's camp. We allow wild guesses here. I'll tell you, though, that's evidence of beaver activity in Sky Lake. So maybe one of these days we'll do a pre-recorded video for one of our hikes, because you can kind of see across the way, little shadow here, right in this area. If you're walking the lower path, the older lower path there, you would come across a beaver lodge. And so we have a few active beavers here on Sky Lake, and they come through and they gnaw basically on anything that they can get their teeth on. So it turns out that beavers are rodents, and their front teeth need to be gnawed down on a regular basis, or else they wouldn't be able to open their mouths eventually. And so here at Sky Lake, we kind of just let the beavers be most of the time. Every once in a while, we help them move on to different areas, but for the most part, we just let them be. They help us to control some of the water lily population. And, sorry, as I'm trying to dodge some of the blueberry bushes, just this beautiful day along the lake. But the beavers are just pretty, cool neighbors to have around here. They do like to give us some work. They try to dam up the outlet from the lake on a regular basis. But we foil their plot all the time. That's great fun. And it's just really cool to see some of the natural world right at our doorsteps here. One time, back in the day, when I was a young lad and I was working on summer staff, I came up and helped get camp ready for the summer. And we were down at the waterfront because our waterfront director that year was also on preseason. So we were helping to get the waterfront open and set up. And we were actually relaxing at that moment. And I was sitting on the floating dock of the East Shore waterfront when I saw a branch come floating in toward the swim area. And I thought, that's really weird. We have a little bit of a current here in Sky Lake, which helps make it a lake and rather than a pond. And lo and behold, out pops the tip of the head of the beaver. And we're all like, oh, it's going to spot us. And it did not spot us. And I think there were 4 or 5 of us there. And for a good probably 15 minutes, we watched the beaver swim right up onto shore and start gnawing away on that big, huge branch that it had acquired. And it was really fascinating. I learned a couple things. One, beavers, they don't have a pleasant aroma. They kind of smell like they've been around in the muck of the lake too long, probably because they've been around in the muck of the lake too long. And they have no table manners. I tried telling that beaver, please chew with your mouth closed, please stop smacking. Didn't help, but it was a great experience for me as a young person. And we just scared a turtle into the lake. I wonder if we can see it. The great thing about this time of year with a lake is that a lot of the growth that makes it a little bit cloudy later on in the summer hasn't quite appeared yet. And so you get a really clear view of the bottom of the lake. I will be interested to see how our lake responds to not having a whole bunch of swimmers in it this summer. And we'll keep track of that for you on our mini hikes throughout the summer. You know, a bunch of folks have wondered, you know, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Well, the reality is that Sky Lake will be here. And those of us who have the privilege of living and working here will continue to make Sky Lake accessible for all of you throughout all this. And we're going to be working on some opportunities, hopefully to... Whoa, did you see that? Can you see up into the tree? That was a scarlet tanager that I just disturbed. One of my favorite birds, the red. I don't know if you can see it kind of right up in there. The red, that scarlet red, is just so brilliant, and it really stands out in the woods. I've never seen one this close to the lake before. This is kind of cool. Usually, I'm and Joyce, I saw you just popped on. I just disturbed a scarlet tanager. I'm walking along the lakeshore. I'm used to seeing them more in the deeper woods than right here by the lake. So this is pretty cool. I wonder if... Totally not what I was expecting, but let me try. Right there is our scarlet tanager. How beautiful is that? Oh, it goes up a little bit higher. Oh, how cool is that? So I was sharing that we're gonna be working on ways to continue bringing Sky Lake into your homes, and we are hoping that eventually we will begin to offer some opportunities for individuals and families to come up and spend time at Sky Lake while still practicing some safe socializing. Whether that means opening up our trails via a sign-up system, or maybe even if it's safe, when it's safe to do so, of allowing families or individuals to come and do a personal kind of camp on your own at Sky Lake at some point this summer. So please stay tuned for those. And while I am on the roll of saying please stay tuned, you will want to stay tuned to our email list and our Facebook page for information about next Saturday's bake sale. That will be going out to our email list this afternoon. And so if you haven't already signed up, you still have a little bit of time to sign up for our email list. Quickest way to do that is bit.ly, as in bit.ly, /Sky Lake List. So that's a pretty easy way to get to the sign up for our email list, and we kind of reward those who are members of that by giving them information on our bake sales. We also have an option if you are a family or if you're an individual that wants to know some of the things that we're doing this summer, some of the recommendations we're going to give to families throughout the summer, there's a kind of a sub list of that general email list that you can click on that box and you'll get those emails as well. So thanks for tuning in to this meandering hike today, friends. It's always great to spend time with you, and I'm so glad we got to see that scarlet tanager. That's like the icing on the cake that we weren't even expecting. But we are looking forward to this Sunday's campfire at 7:30 p.m. That has become a tradition that has helped sustain many of us, not just me, not just you, but many of us through this time of the great pause. And so I'm looking forward to that. And be sure to join us again next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at roughly 1:30 p.m. when Jenna and I take turns leading you on some of these mini hikes around Sky Lake. So until we meet again, God bless and stay safe. Bye, friends.